everyone. Hey, Becca.
Hey, Colleen.
So I hope you've been having a nice first day of spring or first-ish day of spring.
Yes, it's been a wonderful, beautiful day, except for I've heard maybe you've had a little bit of trouble this spring.
Well, okay, it's only been a day long, but I thought I would, go for a hike, and I did. I do have seasonal allergies. I just felt it's important you know that.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me know.
I took
a hike. This story, right?
Relevant to the story. Okay. I took a hike. I saw something that interested me, so it was kind of like near a cliff, so I climbed a tree, and then I got stuck up there, and I had really bad allergies. And then this cat came by and said that it could help me down the tree. I didn't know, why, so itchy or everything, but I got stuck and the cat was going to help, and I just didn't know what to do, and I froze.
Oh my God, Colleen, I really, really hope you did not take that cat's help. I don't care how much experience they have.
Well, all the lives, I just felt like I could trust them.
But Colleen, no matter what, I don't care if you're stuck up a tree, the cats do not matter.
Hi, everyone. We are so excited to have you here. I'm Colleen.
And I'm Becca, and this is Glitty Litter, the show where your shit shines and the cats still do not matter.
They don't, even if you're up a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Glitty Litter is a game show hosted by us, Glitter, and our friends. Every show we have two teams playing 3 types of games: accuracy, creativity, and passion.
So we are scoring one of 2 ways, either from us, your hosts, or from you all, the lovely viewers in the chat. A quick note about the chat this time. In order to participate, you have to follow the host channel, 2MB Studios, on Twitch. So take a moment now, hit follow, and then, get weird with us in the chat.
Yes.
And at the end of every show, we are still going to enter what we like to call the glitter box. And because we never have any idea what the glitter box is, we are going to invite Caitlin on to give us a little hint.
Oh, hey, everybody. Yeah, I mean, don't get weird in the chat, but I'm going to get weird in the glitter box. I refuse to not get weird in the glitter box. Now, the glitter box is how we end every show, and that's where something different happens every episode. We've done things from racing famous celebrity meatballs to, seeing what's inside of deep dish pizzas in hell and everything in between. That's the spectrum, of course, and we've done everything in between. So what's going to happen tonight in the glitter box that will determine the final scores and the winners will be created just tonight. And it's a little bit of magic that only we get to have, and then it's never going to happen again. So I'll be popping in throughout the episode just to say hi, and I'll also be in the chat. So we're gonna have a lot of fun, and I can't wait to meet our contestants.
Yes. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you so much. We look forward to chatting with you a little bit more later. And I'm a little sad to think that the glitter box is just one and then never again. It's so ephemeral, just a moment. But that's what makes it so great. It wouldn't be a game show without contestants. So it's time to meet our teams. Let's bring out, first of all, Team 1, Matt and Ben.
Yeah!
What's up, everybody?
Thanks for having us on the show.
Hey, so Matt and Ben, why don't you start by telling us where you two are joining us from?
Matt?
I am joining you from Arlington, Massachusetts.
Okay.
But I'm just down the road from Matthew in Somerville, Massachusetts.
Yes, Benjamin is just down the road from me.
You're rolling tin cans with a string between them.
That's how we're communicating.
That's
how it's going to go down later.
So how do you two know each other? And maybe, how do you know each other?
Oh man, Matt and I have been friends for about 8 years, give or take. Right? I don't know, somewhere around there.
Well,
Maybe.
let's see. I've been in Boston for about I've been in Boston for coming up on what is it 2020? So 7 years.
7 years, and 6 years. 6 years.
So about 6 years. Ben and I've been. Ben was one of the first people I met when I moved here.
Yeah, and we've been friends ever since. And actually, we Matt and I started this little television station, Twitch station that we're streaming on right now.
Yeah, you're actually seeing the original Too Much Bread improv duo. That's
where the name comes from. Yeah. All you 2MB heads out there, there's some trivia for you.
Yeah.
Where the name come from? It was originally a 2-person improv group with Matt and I.
Too much.
If I didn't already think I was in the presence of celebrity because of your business wear, now I know.
We just work for you. Yeah.
Third question, last question. I am told that you guys have like a show or something on 2MB.
Matthew?
Oh, we have several shows on the channel. In fact, one might say, as Rachel, our other producer, says, one might say all the shows are ours. But they're, the ones that we're specifically on every Monday morning, tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. I do a morning show with my dear friend Chloe Zwiker, and we have a show called Hello World. So it's nice. It's 9:30 to 11. We just kind of chat. Have a good time.
It's a great show. I'm lucky enough. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What?
No. I was going to say, I can attest. It's very soothing to have in the background when you're like cranking back into the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Making coffee.
It is the best background TV. And I don't mean any disrespect by that. I feel like that's what a good morning show should be, right?
Yeah.
It's just something you have on as you're doing stuff around the house. And so you wake up with. It's so good.
Just hang out with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Team 1.
Oh, wait, and Ben has a couple shows too.
Whatever. I got a show Monday night and a show Tuesday night, both at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Monday is Run On, which is a game show. And 9 o'clock on Tuesday is What's Going On. It's like a weekly roundtable of comedians just hanging out and talking about stuff. So super fun show. You should check them both out.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Ben does.
That's my magic time.
He's the king of 9 p.m.
He's really going to come in. You're going to get a boost when we hit 9 o'clock on this show.
Exactly. You're going to see just this
We're going to try to stretch it out
over the next hour.
That's going to be amazing. Let's bring out, thank you, Team 1, and we're going to bring out Team 2.
Mm-hmm. So let's bring out BJ and Alicia. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining Glitty Litter this evening. Where are y'all joining from?
Well, I'm over here in the dirty woo, Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yes, and I'm joining you from the Midwest, Chicago, Illinois.
Woo.
Wow, amazing. And how do you both know each other?
Well, we met about 4 years ago as government stooges for an unnamed Attorney General of Massachusetts.
Really? I love that fact.
That is correct. I hired Alicia.
That's true.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
And now you both, first a claim to fame being on Glitty Litter, but also I hear that you have your own show.
We do. We have a show on the first and third Friday every month at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's called Whatever It Takes. It's a comedy trivia game show where we have two comedians go against each other and they do trivia, but they also do some crazy and outrageous physical challenges. Whatever comes to our mind eye, we make them do, and it exudes hilarity.
Wow, that sounds intense. And again at 9 p.m. That's really the prime time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say 9 p.m.? I meant 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I just said 9 p.m. in my head. Everything happens at 9 p.m.
Everything after the show happens at 9 p.m. The show happens at 8 p.m.
Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you, Team 2. We're going to have you back in a little bit. And I can't wait to hear more stories about them working together. Maybe we won't hear those stories because, because of sensitivity to respectable government things. But still, I want to hear it.
If they could just forget that they said that part and then just tell us random work stories.
Work stories. I want to hear them. All right, so we are just about to get to our first game, which is the Zoomlywed game.
That was worth the wait. It was big. We needed the suspense.
No, you did. Based on the classic Newlywed Game, for those of you who love classic television, the Zoomlywed Game will help us understand our contestants a little bit better and see how well they know each other. We'll be asking a question about each of our 4 contestants. Once the question is asked, the contestant that the question is about will write down their answer, while their teammate will write down what they think their partner will say. We'll then reveal the answers to see how well our teams really know each other.
So if we could bring all of our contestants back on. Our BJ is ready.
BJ's got that paper ready.
Okay. Whiteboard.
That's what we're doing?
That's what we're doing.
Okay, we are actually going to start with team 1, though. So, team 1, if Matt had to pick a song from the 90s as his theme song, what would it be?
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Ooh. If Matt had to pick a theme song from the 90s,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
what would it be?
Oh, man. I don't even know that.
Spoiler, these are all very open-ended questions.
You really have to dig deep. So I've started listening to the radio more recently, though. So that's really been helping me remember 90s music.
I have a Spotify playlist that is 90s to 80s acoustic, and I can't recommend it highly enough.
Ooh, okay, that's good. I should get back. I'm honestly, Spotify is becoming too much decision-making for me these days. I just need to go to the radio.
Yeah, old-fashioned radio.
Mm-hmm.
All right, team 1.
Hold on. I changed my answer last minute, and I don't know that it's a good decision. Okay, are we ready?
Who's going first? Are we doing it at the same time?
I think we're good.
Same time.
All right. Yeah, I don't know if you can read that.
A little further back, Ben. I want to get
I want to get
I want to get high by
No.
Cypress
That was my third choice. It was my third
What
choice.
did yours say, Matt?
It was the tub thumping song.
Oh.
after 1 week.
After it was 1 week, and I was like, no, it was more tub thumping.
Matt he does get back up.
After a week,
He gets knocked down, but he gets up again.
Never going to keep him down.
Never gonna keep Matt down.
never.
I should know.
Okay. Team 2. I know BJ's ready. So, team 2, your question is, if BJ could have a dinosaur as a pet, oh, good. Alicia, oh my God, that is also a beautiful notebook. Sorry. Just had to call out. If BJ could have a dinosaur as a pet, what kind would he choose?
All right. If I know BJ how I know him, he is a very, it's not a T-Rex. It's going to be like a, oh, geez. How do you spell these?
You don't. I think here, if you can describe the type of dinosaur you mean, that counts.
Or draw it. I would give extra points if you drew it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably only know the names of 3 dinosaurs, but I can describe 10.
At least 10.
Okay.
Oh,
Or
describe
if you know the name of it in Land Before Time,
Oh,
that counts.
I think I'm just in the cusp of too old for Land Before Time.
I feel like I'm missing an E, but I did my best.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
All right.
I only know one dinosaur, and that is
Velociraptor. Oh my God! Yeah, dude. Velociraptor.
What?
That's solid.
Solid, yeah, well done.
Was Velociraptor even a real dinosaur? Or was that just made up by the
No, it's a real
Jurassic
dinosaur.
Park? Yeah.
That's
Were
incredible.
dinosaurs real? That's the question.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. But no way. All right. Sorry, I'm having a little feedback on my mic. Okay, team 1. If Ben had to move out of his house and into a restaurant, where would he live?
Oh man.
Oh.
What?
This is hard because it can't just be, or it might be your favorite restaurant, but I feel like I'd want to pick a classier restaurant. Than my favorite.
It's a real question of ambiance versus food, location.
And I'm actually going to totally backtrack on that because I think I want a diner, so booths, so you can sleep on the booth.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's assume you can modify to some degree. Bring in a bed.
Space is important.
Yeah.
Ambiance is also important.
Right. Do you want to live in an upscale Italian restaurant?
Mouthfeel is also very important.
Yeah. When you're at home. Oh.
All right. I'm trying to make it big enough so that everybody can read it.
All right, we're ready.
Whenever you're ready, bud.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
I see Grill 23 is the answer, but Matt guessed some fancy ass Italian place that sounds really Italian.
Oh man. He's right. I didn't think that he knew Julia, and he doesn't really because that's not. But that would have probably counted.
I was like, Ben knows so many restaurants. I was like, there's no way I'm going to know the exact name of this restaurant.
I almost just wrote steakhouse. But Italian would have been right up there. I thought steakhouse because Italian is so carby, but with the steak they have other meats, and you could probably just live on the sides alone for a while.
I kind of thought you were thinking like the mahogany, like leather-bound books.
And that, right? And you can sleep on a really nice bench there. Yeah. High-end steakhouse.
Naturally. Two. Okay. If Alicia was cursed to turn into a sea creature every weekend, what sea creature would she become?
Jeez, a sea creature? I don't even know if Alicia is a creature of the sea, so I'm going to have to, a very land-dwelling creature. But,
presumably we're all land-dwelling.
Not all of us. Not all of us.
Don't make assumptions.
I'm so sorry.
My merman tail is in a little foot tub right now.
Oh, good. Do you have any essential oils in there?
Yeah, absolutely. Sea
And
salt.
honestly, during the weekends, I moonlight as the Kraken.
Oh my god!
He moonlights as the Kraken. I love that.
You perhaps have seen me as the Kraken.
It's on my IMDb page. Kraken.
That feels like a very Boston. What's the word for the cryptozoology? Yeah, like that's the very Boston cryptozool.
What? Zoologist?
You've lost me.
Cryptozoology, the study of the pretend animal.
Yeah, cryptozoology.
Okay.
Like Bitcoin for cats.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay,
great. Thank God.
Alicia's like, move it along. We got a whole lot of show to play.
Let's see him.
Okay, BJ, you know me. Okay? Let's do this. 1, 2, 3.
I said mermaid. Whoa!
Wow.
Ben, I feel like our friendship is being tested right now.
Team 2 is smoking you right now.
This is amazing.
You know what? This is the warm-up game. I forgot there are no points in this game, so this game really doesn't matter.
This is more this is for bragging rights.
We know.
Yes, it's for bragging rights, but also I want to brag that my friendship is better than your friendship.
I mean,
I
can't argue with that. The answers,
I haven't seen Johnny in almost 2 years, but you know.
Yeah.
You know the answers.
Okay, Colleen, we're being called out by Last Name Doll for not giving points for having Super 2. So we will give Team 2 5 points. So they win both in friendship and in points.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe it's just I see Ben too much. Like I see Ben almost every day. So maybe it's because I see him too much.
To be fair,
then we have to stop seeing each other.
I would have known that Matt was a merman too.
This is a question problem, not a team problem. It does seem that Team 2 is better friends now.
Yes, true.
Becca, we have a game to start, but you know what it is.
Yeah, I do. I really do. This is our first game of the night. Our first points game is their accuracy game called Okay, That's Bad.
That's inappropriate.
Yeah, sorry.
Apologies. Our Glitty Litter marketing team, we have a very big corporation over in Glitty Litter. We're looking to brand ourselves, and we have found some advertisements from companies to use as inspiration. However, these ads are pretty bad. We are going to be showing our teams a slide deck of the ad with a slogan or catchphrase. That part is blacked out. So our teams will have a few seconds to talk to each other via chat outside of this area and let us know what they think the advertisement reads. And once they are done, we will reveal the real answer and see if they are correct.
So we're trying to guess what is actually there, not try to come up with something amusing for everyone.
I think it's fair to say coming up with something amusing is a great target. If you happen to get it right, great.
Great.
And so with that, I think we want to see the slide with our very first ad.
Did everyone get the bad? Great.
Oh yeah, bad.
Yeah, bad.
Jesus.
Okay, so this is what. So our teams are both in chats or texts or however you would like to communicate. Guess what is being the slogan that is blacked out here. So while you're doing that, we have some fun facts about Sega.
Yes. It was my very first game console.
That is a fun fact.
Becca, why don't you start with one?
Great. Well, that was the first one. It's Colleen's very first game console, but also Sonic's color. I assume that means Sonic the Hedgehog, and I assume Sonic the Hedgehog is somehow related to Sega. I shouldn't be the one talking about Sega. I don't know what that means. But the Sonic's color was chosen to match Sega's Cobalt Blue logo. And his shoes were inspired by Michael Jackson's boots. And his personality by Bill Clinton's can-do attitude.
Wow. Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Is this all true? That is crazy.
So
I had to take a pause for a second to say that is nuts.
So that is true as researched by our
research team.
By our research team.
Yep.
Someone did collect this information from the internet.
Yeah, I want to say it was me, and I lost my mind when I saw that on the Wikipedia page, and I know it, and so now all you have to know it, and now you can't get it out of your brains that Sonic the Hedgehog's personality is based on Bill Clinton.
What?
So,
What?
you're welcome.
I'm sorry, I was paying attention to the game. That's effed up.
Oh God. Well, with that in mind, our team's ready to tell us what you think this slogan is.
Yeah.
Was Sonic ever on Arsenio Hall?
It's not a question I can answer.
No.
Playing the saxophone.
No one got that. No one got that reference. All right.
Yeah, no, I got that reference. Bill Clinton was on Arsenio Hall playing a saxophone, and yeah, that's what got him the kid vote.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Okay, team one, ad copy.
All right. I don't know if this is for this ad specifically, but I remember a Sega ad copy because it was always one of my favorite sort of like almost insults back in the day from Sega when they launched, and it stuck with me this whole time. It's like Sega does what Nintendo don't. And it's so stupid because
That's so bad.
It's Nintendo, and then they just add "ont," and it's the best. But that's the truth. It's the truth that they separated themselves from Nintendo. So I'm going with Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Sick bird. Team two.
Well, that's a great answer. I had a Sega Dreamcast. That was my first play
Love the
console. I didn't have a
Dreamcast.
Genesis or anything like that. So I'm just going to go in what I would think would be in the Sega oeuvre. So this is what we got. Sega, it gets harder the more you play.
Oh man,
And let's
that's a good one.
What is the actual ad copy?
Whoa!
Are you fucking kidding me? You know what? BJ, you deserve those points.
Win. Yeah, you win. That's fine.
Because my original idea was Sega, hold it like your dick, and I think that would have been closer.
It would have been closer.
So I know that Pingani and I are teammates, but I do want to say that as someone who has played with penises, this was my joke.
Alicia had it. Alicia had it.
Wait, that's way too on the nose. Is this real?
This is apparently real. I was shocked to see this was real.
I can't believe you nailed that.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ben and I were trying to be classy. No longer.
Right. No. Just go there to the floor. The floor.
That doesn't even make sense. Like, can we just talk about what a terrible ad copy that is? Because it's not true at all. Like, fundamentally, the more you play with something, the easier it gets, right? And so the idea, not only is it fundamentally wrong, but why is that a selling point? They're like, if you buy this and play it, it's gonna suck. It's gonna get real hard. Like,
But look at the
I
rest
was
of the
thinking,
copy.
You know, you go up to your partner, they're a little, so the more you play with it, they're harder.
I understand the dick reference.
Do you see what the rest of the copy says? I just want you all to read the paragraph
What's
that
it
is
saying?
below there. You sit there, eyes glued to the writhing arcade quality graphics, pulling and squeezing your knob.
Yeah. So I think what this really reminds me is
Okay,
that
if we had read that
were
beforehand, I
coming
might
out-
not have said what I said.
Well, I think they were
I know.
really
Next time we have to
thinking
read the whole thing.
how can you get teenage boys to buy this? That's who they decided their market was right there.
It says
think
now
I
you're
got to
shooting
that
all over
conclusion
the place.
Because I don't play
Now you're shooting all over the place. Does it really say that?
Yes, it says now you're shooting all over the place.
Let's get our next slide because oh god, okay.
So where that bar is,
Yeah,
that's where the slogan is. And Colleen, you have some fun facts about the Sunglass Shack.
I do. So Sunglass Shack does not have a Wikipedia page.
Very fun. Did that make it hard for a research team? Maybe.
Who knows? Another thing that they found was that you can buy Hollywood-inspired sunglasses such as Burn Notice, Bono Style, and Brad Pitt, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Does anyone watch Bird Notice? Who's going for the Bird Notice sunglasses?
Sunglass Shack customers know what they want.
People hated the show, but they loved the glass.
They want those glasses.
Yeah.
I think those are the facts. Them's the facts about Sunglass Shack.
That's the facts.
Rhymed.
I guess I would also point out to our audience that it is not the Sunglasses Shack, which might make sense to call it that, but it's just one sunglass.
Do you think they just feature one sunglass a day?
Half.
Just half of the glass.
One half glass. We do have a question if they sell Matt and Ben sunglasses.
We actually have a sponsorship with Sunglass Shack.
Yeah. You're going to be able to get the 2MB style right next to the Burn Notice style.
Yeah.
This is a tie-in. This is all a tie-in.
Perfect. But
They look like regular.
Two separate stores, though, right? Because just one in each.
Just one in each. One's the Ben side, one's the Matt side.
Yeah.
Okay.
And both pairs smell very much like bread, but not in a really good way. It sat in like a bag of bread for too long, and it just kind of.
It actually comes in a bag of bread.
It does.
That's the serving.
Too
So it'd be
yeasty.
Very yeasty.
All right, team. We're gonna start with team 2 for this one. Team 2, how do you feel? Are you ready to give us a slogan?
So this is definitely more difficult than the last time. So we're going to go with Sunglass Shack. I want to say sunglasses for some reason. Okay. Sunglass Shack. Shack. Shirts not required, but heavily appreciated.
that gets the vibe right, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They seem chill.
Very Bird Notice. Team 1.
Okay. we both had very accurate, I think, descriptions of what this would be. But I think we'll go with the first one, and it's Sunglass Shack. Douchebags welcome.
so welcoming. And let's see, and that tracks with the burn notice. What is the actual slogan?
So I'd say we were the closest there.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Although both of these get to the heart of who this is for.
Yeah, I would say the only problem I have with BJ and Alicia's is that it was too polite.
Yes.
And this just screams, hey, if you do wear sunglasses upside down on the back of your head, come on in.
Yes, if you have the Oakley strap, we welcome you.
I would like to think that Sunglass Shack was started on September 12th.
No.
Somebody woke up and was like, you know what I need to do? I need to open that sunglasses business I've been talking about.
Life's too short. Life's too short. I need to live my life.
Make it a shack.
And sit on faces.
Oh, God. God bless America.
Yeah.
Let's see our next piece of copy. All right. So this is a kebab ad. And if we were New Zealand, I think we would call it a kebab.
Which we might be.
Some of us. Becca, do you have some facts?
I do have. Well, I have a fact about kebabs in general. They're various cooked meat dishes, and their origins are in Middle Eastern cuisine. So in case anyone has never heard of a kebab. Oh, and researchers found that the average kebab provided 98% of the daily salt quota for an adult. So if you're ever worried about your salt intake, get a kebab.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Mm-hmm. Our research team seems to have come up with mostly a lot of, is a cooking show now. It's a lot of facts about how to make kebabs.
Kebab facts.
Kebab facts.
I would watch that show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This
is a real ad. However, I could not find like this exact actual place. So I found you fun facts about kebabs in general.
Thank you, Caitlin.
We appreciate it. All right, are our teams ready to share their kebab slogans?
We are.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll start with, well, who did we start with last time? We'll start with whoever we didn't start with last time.
Team one will be this time.
Great.
Great. Well, we think the tagline is stick this meat in your mouth.
Oh, God. Yep. Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
With emphasis on the stick because it's a kebab.
Yeah.
Stick
is all in capital letters.
Yeah.
Stick.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Stick this meat in your mouth.
That seems like that's probably it. Team two, do you feel like can you get closer?
All right, we have Bursa Kebab. We'll stab right into you. Same wavelength, but just a little different.
Yeah. It's kind of intimidating, but also keeping with the theme. And the actual ad copy is what?
BJ, we did it.
I think we'll stab right into you. Basically, that's that.
Wow.
I might have to take these sunglasses off, Ben. I think this is, I don't know.
Are you sure?
Insane.
DJ and Alicia, are you sure you met at like a district attorney thing and not at like a really niche marketing firm?
I cannot confirm nor deny. However, we do have a history past, it's very sordid. We've done things that neither of us, are proud of. But it brought us closer together, and that's why we're on the same wavelength.
I love to see this. I want to, so I think we're going to take down our ads. That was the final one.
I don't even understand how that would be a good thing again.
Right.
Like your date. Okay.
We gotta do some scores, Becca.
Yes.
Teams, we're gonna put you backstage for a minute. We're gonna check the chat and do some scoring. Wow, I never thought we would get that close to the actual copy.
Yeah, BJ and Alicia are scarily good at understanding bad marketing or really good marketing. I'm not sure how these businesses did.
So just to recap on the Sega, I think we got to give that to Team 2. That they got, so let's give, I would say 5 points to Team 2 on accuracy for Sega. Sunglass Hut, I think both teams got that one.
Yeah, they both got at the essence of it. So probably 5 points for both. Yeah.
5 to both. And then Kebab, I think Team 1 really got the spirit of the game there. And Team 2, I mean, they were accurate. So I would say maybe 4 points to Team 1, 8 points to Team 2 on that one.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Anything, do we want to hand out a few points from the chat?
Yes, we do. So it looks like the chat, we're going to give 5 points to Team 1 for being on brand with the Sunglass Hut in their own attire.
Yeah.
Beefy Fridgers 20 says, do they sell the Matt and Ben sunglass look? And what we found out was yes, they did. The Burn Notice and the Mr. and Mrs. Smith sunglass that they were rocking.
Yeah. And JJ Wilco says, I keep waiting for someone to punch me for looking at that hand on the Sega ad. I think that is gotta be, I'm going to say 4 points to Team 2 for that one. And as BJ points out, points for essence, which he did get. All right, so that I think is our scoring for right now, and I think it's time, Becca, for our second game.
Oh my goodness!
The second game is called Tinder Me Softly. Tinder Me Softly fart noise.
Very romantic.
Our first game show has been such a success that we've decided to start a new one. We have a guest with us who's looking for their someone special, and we're going to help them. Each of our contestants is going to get a dating profile with the name of one of our game show contestants and how this contestant responded to a few questions. So you're going to see some profiles, and each one's going to get a profile, each person. Then our teams will have a few minutes off camera to become these dating show contestants. Our special guest will then be asking them all some questions to determine who they want to take on a date.
So as this is our creativity game of the evening, we are looking for our teams to think outside the box when creating their characters, their dating characters, and answering our special guest questions. We will give out points based on how creative each team gets, and bonus points will be added if the chat loves what they see. So let's bring out our contestants back and also show them.
You know what I think we're going to do, Becca?
Yes.
I think first we are going to give our teams their characters.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So let's bring that. We have their characters on a slideshow. On a slitty did show. as they're calling it. And I believe we can also bring out our 4 contestants so they can read them.
Sure.
So they can read them. This is a new game.
Yeah, this is a new game. We've never played this. Hi, everyone.
Glad to be here.
Thanks for coming back. So let's start with the first slide. And okay, so this is going to be Matt. This is your character. And this is a actual set of responses from a dating profile. Someone on our team did extensive research
if you do on yourself, and I stand by that.
You understand, Matt.
And to that, I would say, Matt, don't think about it too hard.
It's too late. I already have.
Yeah.
So think about this. Really, try and take it in. Because this is going to be your character for this competition, and don't you are 26. You're from Staten Island, and we will see what you ultimately look like. Now let's take our second slide, and that's going to be Ben.
Yeah, I think we'll take a screen cap, or just remember we're good.
Yeah. So Ben, you're going to be Becky Pringle. Becky's 28 from Los Angeles, California. Her worst idea she's ever had is hiding a live lobster in her pants to get him into the bar.
Great.
And there's some other facts about her. And we'll really, we'll be looking forward to seeing how you bring Becky to life. Let's see our next dating profile. Chamomile Hunt. This is going to be BJ. Chamomile is 35 from Miami, Florida. And dating her is like fucking a microwave during a blizzard. Again, these are real responses in real dating profiles. So, man, yikes. It's rough out there. The dorkiest thing Chamomile ever did was once shit my pants when I was 16 in Germany.
Haven't we all?
Haven't we all? And Chamomile's greatest strength is that they hide their true self till the point where they don't know who they are anymore. So, BJ, we look forward to seeing you as Chamomile. And our last slide, that is Ron Smelt, Alicia. Ron is 27 from Chicago, Illinois. You have an advantage there.
Stop.
You've met 48 Ron Smelt, I bet.
I swear these were written before the show started.
And just in case you were wondering what Ron's really like, dating Ron is like trying to identify the flavor notes of a rice cake.
All right, amazing.
So,
yeah, I feel like you're telling me about me, and I'll turn this call around right now.
Okay. But this is about telling you about yourself. Elisa, you're going to go get ready, and then we're going to bring out these teams. For now, we're going to take down these slides so that no one has to see those anymore.
Yeah. They just have to see whatever creations our characters or our contestants become.
And while they are getting into the mood, I think we're going to check in with the glitter box. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. We are. So let's bring Caitlin out. Fantastic. Hello, Caitlin.
Hey, Colleen and Becca. Oh, it's just that kind of day. It was like a nice spring day. It's a day to just try some improv and wing it and just go with the flow. Okay, so we're all good. However, I feel like my brain is all over the place right now. I'm not even paying attention because, you remember last episode, my segment was kind of taken over by Nicotine Wolverine.
Yes, yeah.
You met Nicotine Wolverine, great friend of mine. They love tattoos, they love deep dish pizzas, they love hanging out with Dave Navarro, the soul of Dave Navarro. But I just the problem is they're a great buddy of mine, but I decided to sort of take on the role of their manager, and they're blowing up my phone constantly, and just even right now, Nick, what, I'm trying to do the show right now, and I can't, goodbye. There's so many contracts that they're trying to get me to sign. And I can't even read all these contracts, and they're trying to get me to sign the contracts, and then they have all these rules. I got to go look at these contracts for Nicotine Wolverine. I'm really sorry. I got to see what these contracts are about, but hopefully I figure it out in time for the glitter box.
Okay, well, I'm going to move you to your managerial duties.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man. Oh, goodness.
I'm really busy.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Yeah, this is why our research team was made.
Yes. There's a lot of phones. They've got a lot of phones going over there.
Yep. Oh goodness.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know how legal this is gonna get. Contracts.
There's a lot of contracts floating around. So I think it's time to bring out the special guest of our dating show. That would be the person who's gonna be shopping for the date.
Yes.
If you could bring out our special guest, Jumanji Jones.
I'm back.
Jumanji Jones, we missed you.
Of course you did.
So good to see you again. How are you doing this evening? Are you excited to meet your potential soulmate?
Well, excited. I have low expectations. I'm a recent divorcee and just looking to have some fun.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit before we get started about what you're looking for in a date?
Sure, I'm looking for someone rich, but not as rich as I am.
Okay.
Which shouldn't be hard. I'm looking for someone fun, who's a little outgoing and a little quirky.
Okay.
I'm going to say it.
Yeah,
A
just
little quirky. I didn't expect that from you, Jumanji. I like that. A little quirky.
Well, I'm unexpected, so.
that you are. And I think right before we bring out your contestants, is there anything you're nervous about being on a dating show for the first time?
No, I'm great in front of the camera.
Okay, you're good.
Of course.
Can I ask where you got your sunglasses? Sorry.
I don't like imposters, Colleen. I have been an extra on too many movies to have an imposter. Please, I'm one of a kind.
Oh, okay. That was my bad.
That is your bad. When is this getting started?
It's getting started now. So I think, Becca, do you want to bring out our dating show contestants?
Yes. So let's meet our contestants. Who I think you're really gonna like these people. I think we really found your soulmate in this bunch.
I like you, Becca. I like you.
Oh, thank you. We'll talk after. I'm not.
Okay.
So let's bring out our four potential matches.
Yes, we've got the matches.
Okay, I have some immediate thoughts, but we'll wait.
And I hope each of our contestants remembers their names because we don't have those written down in front of us.
So let's start. Let's just start by all introducing ourselves so we can all remember who you are. So we'll start in the upper left.
Oh yeah, that's me. How you doing? Kermit McIntyre.
Ooh, Kermit.
Perfect.
I'm here to win this dating show. I'm gonna win it. Yeah.
Okay.
Jumanji Jones, huge fan. Love all your work, and I'm very excited to be here. Yeah.
Okay, you're coming on strong, but I'm kind of about it.
It's the only way. It's the only way to come on, Jumanji. You gotta come on strong.
Okay.
We've got strong Kermit. We've got Becky. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Becky, and I'm just super excited to be here because I'm just like all about connections. People say that I'm like really good at connecting with other people and animals. It's like if I'm at a party, I just connect with all the people and animals around, and I'm just looking for somebody else to like shop with because shopping alone sucks, you know?
That's such a good point, Becky. Thank you. Chamomile?
Yes, I'm Chamomile Hunt, and I'm a hot piece of ass, and I'm full of sass. Jumanji, if you know what's good for you, you'll come over here.
Okay, I'm really digging your hair. We're going to come back to that one.
And finally, Ron.
My name is Ron, and I'm from Chicago. I have dealt with the worst Chicago winters you could ever imagine. That means I can handle the worst you, and I'll accept the best you.
Oh my God.
You won't have to worry. I'm always fantastic.
Yeah. So Jumanji, I feel like you have a couple questions ready. Do you want to try out? Why don't you try out one of your questions and see what everyone has to say?
I would love to, Colleen. I'd like to know, what is your perfect date?
Ooh, perfect date. And we'll go in the same order.
That order.
So we'll start with Kermit.
All right. So first things first. Jumanji, you and I, we're gonna go squeeze a few reps in. Okay, we're gonna blast, do some blasts with the kettlebells, and then we're gonna go out and we're gonna carb up and we're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna have the most fun that any other date will ever have with you. You will only have so much fun with this guy right here, Kermit McIntyre. Look at me. I am a good time.
Ooh.
All right. So now we're going to move on to Becky. I don't know if Becky can top carving up.
Oh, I can top it. Trust me. Well, of course, like before we did like anything else, I'd have to go pick up my pup who does surf classes every morning. And because this is going to be a daytime date, honey. So we would go pick up my border poo. And then, of course, we'd probably just cruise around, making everybody jealous of how good we look. And then maybe we'd end up at a cafe and we'd have some coffee, of course, paid for us by somebody else. And then maybe we'd go shopping. I mean, I can always look for like a new bag or a new scarf or some new jewelry or a new car or a new outfit. I mean, it really doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah, Jumanji, I feel like you have a lot in common with Becky.
Yeah, I'm worried we're getting friend vibes, but honestly, I'm about it.
Oh, up next, we will bring out Chamomile. Chamomile, what is your perfect date?
Jumanji, on our first date, we're going to meet at the Fort Lauderdale International Airport. We're taking a private jet stream golf jet to Ibiza. We're going to get drunk off our gourd. We're going to go out to the clubs. We're going to hear Calvin Harris in the flesh, and we're just going to dance the night away. Dance.
Wait, you're going to hear Calvin Harris in the flesh?
In the flesh, right there. Pandemic be damned. There's no pandemic in Ibiza.
I've heard that.
That makes sense to me.
All right, thank you so much, Chamomile. We're going to bring out Ron Spelt now.
First things first, I'll walk to you because we're both in the same city. Secondly, we're going to go into the forest. We're going to find our pack. We'll be with them. We'll be together, finally. And then we'll write some poetry.
Ooh.
And that's going to be our first date.
Ron Smelt, the poet survivalist.
This has been truly fascinating, but wow, like I have so many more questions.
I'm afraid we might only have time for one more question, Jumanji. But
okay.
Yeah, so think hard.
I know what I need to ask. I do. I know it. What would you do with 1,000 pineapples?
Kermit,
take it.
1,000 pineapples. You know what I could do with 1,000 pineapples? I could make 1 million pineapples is what I could do. I could take those 1,000 pineapples and turn them into 1 million pineapples. And then you'd have 1 million pineapples. And I do that for you, Jumanji, because you deserve all the pineapples that you want.
Like,
wow.
Jesus.
The passion there is just, I can feel it.
Becky?
Well, here's what I would do. I would take those 1,000 pineapples and I would use them as like golden tickets. I would just walk around the city with them and I would find beautiful people and I would give them a pineapple and I would say, this gets you onto the island. And then when the 1,000 most beautiful people, all with pineapples, got on that island, we just cut open those pineapples and let the juices flow and do whatever we wanted. We're on island time, you know? It's just like 1,000 people who are beautiful and love pineapple. That's really sexy. Maybe you could be one of those 1,000.
Hey, Becky, if things don't work out with Jumanji.
Maybe.
Wow.
All right, contestants. No, none of that. Chamomile.
Well, this one's obvious. I'm taking the pineapples, I'm hollowing it out, and I'm creating 1,000 drinks for 1,000 days of passionate lovemaking. But this time on the beach of Majorca. That's right. Every day, pineapple cocktails. Except I'm switching out the alcohol in those cocktails at MDMA because I love to party.
Thank you, Chamomile. And finally, Ron.
I know I may seem boring, and I like to be in woods far too often. But part of being out of the outdoors is I also have access to YouTube, and I know how to make a pineapple into a bong. So while we're in nature, surrounded by the trees and our wolf brethren, I can make you 1,000 bongs.
Jumanji, 1,000 bongs. How are you gonna pick between all these amazing options?
Well, truly, I don't know. And I'd love some help from the chat if possible, because I'm feeling a little overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. Okay. So I think we're going to give the chat a little time to check in. And in the meantime, do we want to...
well, first let's ask Jumanji, do you feel like one of these 4 could be your soulmate? Do you feel like you see your soulmate in the room?
I know I see my soulmate in the room, but am I ready to give away my final rose?
Right.
I am. I think I am.
Okay, perfect.
You know, me and Becky Pringle just have so much in common. I gotta see where it goes.
I'm so excited, and we're gonna send a film crew for you guys to do whatever it is you guys
This
choose.
is for you.
Thank you. And that film crew is all I ever wanted.
Ron,
Oh no! Oh, Ron! Oh,
Ron, maybe
Ron,
we can
get
do
out
it.
of here.
We'll do a team up for the rest of the contestants. Contestants, thank you, contestants. You are free of your obligations. We're sorry you didn't find love, the rest of you. And thank you all for putting yourselves out there and really being vulnerable in this dating challenge.
a lot of great options. You know, Jumanji had a tough choice there.
Yeah, that was really tough. Let's do a couple point scorings. I brain not work, so
I will just start strong by giving 10 points to Chamomile because that was incredible. I feel like I'm wondering if Chamomile was like at a rave at that moment and just like stepped aside.
Yeah, that was some. And as Tickle Rixa Pickle points out, Majorca, Ibiza, you can't go wrong with Chamomile. And I strongly agree. Chamomile gave off a very glamorous vibe and also seemed like someone who could leave you somewhere dangerous at a party to go do something fun.
Yeah. Don't be deceived by the calm name Chamomile. It will be a wild time.
I have to say I appreciated Kermit brought a lot of energy. I felt like Kermit both had a physically sound plan with working out and carbing up, and also brought a spirit of collaboration to the game, open to teaming up with Becky, who of course found love. So that didn't work out. But I would have to say 8 points to Kermit for that.
Yeah. Another 2 points because I think we got a chat comment from Beefy Fridgers 20 that they want to get a beer with Kermit.
Oh yeah.
And that's, friendship is also something we want to build out of this.
Yeah. And for Drummer Har points out that for Chamomile, another 4 points because Andy Cohen couldn't handle her, but they would want to see a Bethany Frankel Chamomile show. And if you're into Bethany Frankel, I think she would make sparks with Chamomile.
Yeah, we're actually looking to do a lot of spin-off franchise work with this show, so that's perfect.
Definitely, yeah. Another 2 points for that. I think. Okay, what can we say about Ron that hasn't already been said? A poet in the woods. So 10 points for that. But also, C. Kling points out that you had their heart at 1,000 bongs, and I think that goes for probably a lot of our audience. So Ron, really, really impressed with the commitment. And I also really like that Ron led by saying that he might be boring. I appreciate it.
Ron is aware of their flaws, and I appreciate about Ron. And also another 5 points because maybe Ron was actually in the woods in that moment. There was some sort of creature behind Ron's head. I don't know what it is.
Probably a wolf. And then obviously Becky, our winner. So 15 points to Becky for winning for starters. Also, I have to say another 2 points to Becky for planning a day date with their border poo. I don't know what a border poo looks like, but it sounds high maintenance.
And I would say another 5 points to Becky for having a rose-ish flower available for Jumanji. I feel like they were already anticipating each other's needs, and I love that.
Yeah. So we've got some points on the board. So Becca, I think that takes us to our third game.
It does. Well, let's say our points. I think our current tally is that Team 1 has 46 points.
Okay.
And Team 2 has 56 points.
Okay.
So that's where we're at. And now we are ready to get into our final game of the evening, our passion game called Objection.
Yeah!
All right. Welcome everyone to the Glitty Litter courtroom. In Objection, our teams are going to be having a little debate about an issue with each team being on opposite sides. Each team will give us their argument as to why their side of the issue is correct. And when a contestant on the other team disagrees and wants to argue their side, they will yell objection and state their case. And Colleen and I will determine if your objection has been sustained, so if we agree with it and you can go forward, or overruled if we disagree with it and we are going to let the other side continue talking. And yes.
Remember, this is a game of passion, so it doesn't matter if your arguments make sense. It just matters that you're passionate about it. As always, viewers at home, if you like what you hear, get in that chat and let us know, and we will give bonus points.
Mm-hmm. So tonight, our teams will be debating this very important question.
Yeah.
Should you wash your legs in the shower?
Should you wash them?
Mm-hmm. So let's bring out our teams, our 4 contestants.
And did we go over this? Team 1, you're going to be arguing, yes, you should wash your legs in the shower. And team 2, you're going to be arguing, no, you don't need to wash your legs in the shower.
Mm-hmm. And so remember, whenever you want to jump in and say your piece, just say objection, and we will hear you.
I think based on the point totals, we're going to start with team 2, who's ahead by 10 points. You're going to start out the argument.
Mm-hmm.
All right. BJ, do you want to begin?
Of course. Well, folks, when you go into your shower, you've got a lot of different things that you need to go and shower in, right? You got to shower, you get your armpits, your neck, your general chest area, you know, your private areas.
Objection.
What's the objection, counsel?
Objection. He's just naming parts of the body, and the legs are obviously part of that. So you're going to get there eventually. So I feel like we should just go ahead and talk about it.
BJ, do you have a response?
My response is that I was building a theory of my case, and I was without cause brought into objection. May I continue, please?
Counsel, you gotta cut to the point now.
All right. Here's the thing. You already cleaning up this other places. The soap's going to dribble all the way down. Gravity is doing the work for you.
Objection. Can I objection?
Counsel,
washing is more than gravity. Gravity does not a wash make. Thank you. And for the rest of this, I'm going to let my colleague Ben take over.
Yes. What my
counsel has actually got a hand up. Do you have an objection?
I just think that's literally incorrect. Gravity is a law of the universe.
Counsel, I'm gonna think on that. I'm gonna overrule you for now, but I'm interested. I'm gonna come back. Counsel 1.
Look, we all know that gravity exists, all right? That's not what we're debating here. What we're debating is whether that's enough to clean something, and we would argue it is not. Now, let me ask you a question. When you're doing your dishes in your sink, do you ever just leave a dish sitting in your sink and let the soapy water fall down on it and go, well, that's clean? I'll answer that question. No, you don't.
Yes, objection.
Objection.
Go ahead.
Objecting for hearsay. Many people just go into their sinks, they dunk it down, they put it over there. Is it maybe the best way of cleaning? I'm not making any judgments, but it is a form of cleaning.
Objection.
Objection.
I want to sustain. Yes,
I would like to have the floor. My teammate and our contestants, can I just make the elephant in the room clear? I'm the only woman on our panel. So I would like to make an argument regarding feminism and the shaving of the legs.
I'll hear you, counsel.
Okay, so a lot of people say women must wash their legs because they must shave them. And I'm here to say that is anti-feminist and anti-woman. I will have my legs as hairy as they will be.
Challenge.
And gravity will fall down my body and make those legs as hairy as they are very clean. I stand my case.
Counsel, I'll hear your challenge.
As passionate as that is, that's not how showers or hair work. I would actually argue the more hair you have, and ladies, please grow your hair on your legs if you'd like. Anybody, grow out that leg hair. If you want leg hair, you get leg hair. But if you have hair, you need to take care of that hair. hair can get smelly. You can get little things stuck in your hair. And all of a sudden, oh God, what is this little thing? Oh, it's dirt. I've got dirt in my leg hair. It's gross.
I'll hear it. What's the objection?
Objection, irrelevance. Here's the thing. Your body has natural oils, natural things that help out with the different hairs over there. Same thing happens with the hairs on your legs. It's not about how much water.
Objection.
No, I would like to add to my partner, please.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you add, but it's got to be short, and then we're going to hear this objection.
It is universally known that white people wash their hair far too much. You need to wash it every 10 days. That's all. I'm done.
Noted, counsel. Let's hear this objection.
Oh man, I don't know if I can really follow that objection, but I'm gonna try. Here's the thing: I would like my competitor to name the oils that come out of your leg hair, because I would wager that leg hair is different than head hair, and leg hair must be washed, and you must. I mean, you're there anyway. You might as well wash your entire body. Don't be lazy. Don't just stop at the waist. Wash all the way down.
Counsel, this is compelling, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to collect some closing statements. So I want everyone to take a minute, think of your closing statements, and I'm gonna begin. Team 2 started this debate. I'm gonna allow Team 1 to begin the closing statements.
Great. Team 2 would like to believe that we live in a magical world where gravity just allows all dirt to fall off of our body thanks to the oils that we have magically coming out of our skin. Now, I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's wrong. Okay? You need to wash yourself. Do you need to wash your hair? No. She's absolutely right. You do need to condition it more often, though. You don't just leave it for 10 days without getting anything in it. At least white people don't, because we need to. We got stuff in there. So, you know.
But hair was not the issue. Hair was never the issue.
And so we've got one closing statement from Ben. Matt, I'll give you. You got a short minute. Let's give your closing statement.
As I would just reiterate everything that my amazing colleague has said, in the fact that this is not a hair debate. Hair was never the debate. Legs were the debate, and I think we have proven within a shadow of doubt that we must wash our legs.
Compelling.
Better people.
Compelling. Team 2, closing statements.
So I'll begin. And I just want to pull out the science on this one. Actually, most commercial soaps are not very good for your skin in the first place. Water, typically washing your face with water or any part of your body with water and then moisturizing afterwards will lead to fresh, happy, lighter skin, not being scrubbed away by soaps. Lastly, I would like the men on the opposing team to tell me, when was the last time you washed your ass crack? That's all I have to say.
This morning. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
In fact, here, I will.
What are you talking about? What gross ass men are you hanging out with?
All right.
You are hanging out with gross ass men if they are not washing their ass crack.
And thank you to our tech for censoring.
Good Lord.
BJ,
How do they do it in Chicago? That's terrible.
You should. Ass cracks were never on the table.
Counsel. It's time to hear the final closing statement.
That makes no sense.
Attorney BJ.
All right, BJ.
I think we've heard a lot of impassioned speeches today, but I'll just finish it with this. If the soap's too strong, don't use the ball. Let gravity do its stuff.
Thank you, counsel. You guys have really given us a lot to think about here on the bench. We're really gonna have to take some time. Thank you, contestants. We're gonna send you backstage while Becca and I do some scoring. Wow, what an impassioned debate.
Yeah, and Team 1 wasn't gonna let Team 2 have the last word on that.
No, we've got so many things to think about. So I think we definitely had an excellent. I just got to point out, for starters, we had an excellent hearsay argument from Team 2.
I will also point out that's not quite what hearsay is, but that's okay.
I think it might technically be hearsay, but that's boring to everyone on the stream. But I was impressed with the hearsay argument.
Also a relevance argument. So let's say 10 points for some legal jargon.
That's right. I want to say, I found the gravity argument Wait, I got confused about what team was arguing for what thing.
Team 1, wash your ass and legs. Team 2, let gravity do.
Let gravity handle it. Yeah. So I found the gravity argument. They came up with the gravity argument, and I found that very compelling. I would say 6 points for the gravity argument. I would say, in the chat, if we're going to the chat, Robot Don points out heat and pressure is enough, and that would seem to side with Team 2. But I think that there was a lot of people saying that they don't eat food off their legs. So that's, again, I guess, a really good point.
A different standard then for cleanliness.
Yeah, but then there were a lot of good points made for washing the legs.
Yeah, because I do think, well, here, I want to give, first of all, 10 points to Team 1 because the reason that I knew their argument was wash your ass and legs was because of that final statement.
Right.
And I really appreciated that was a really good tactic on their part to really imprint that in my mind.
Yeah.
I also want to give 15 points to Team 2 because anytime Alicia talked, I was like, I think I'm learning something about science.
Alicia did make a very compelling feminist argument about how we shouldn't be made to shave our legs. Definitely adjacent to washing them.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was related, but it was a good argument.
Who was talking about oils on the skin?
BJ.
That's right. Okay. I did feel like Team 1 made some very good points about that when there is hair on your legs, which they definitely endorsed, which, won some points with me as someone who doesn't want to have to shave my legs. So 4 points for that. But we did point out, that when you do have hair, you do need to care for it. And I famously do endorse French braiding the hair on your legs. So it was helpful to have Team 1, remind me that hair care is important on your legs. So another 7 points for that.
Yeah, and I do also want to give about 10 points to Team 1 because I'm just glad to know that someone's conditioning their hair. Sometimes people forget that they have to do that.
Right. There was that helpful point out. Strong Hippo does say point out that gravity has been keeping them down for years. Frowny robot face, and I think that definitely means 6 points to both teams.
Yep. That
we missed any important. Drummer Har also points out life hack. Showering in general is optional when you're an adult. I don't think either team endorses that position. So I would say another 8 points to both teams.
Team's great, 8 points.
And with that, Becca, go ahead.
With that, I think I just want to give one more point to Team 2 because I'm now remembering that the useful thing that I learned was that you don't need soap. You just need water and then moisturize. And I've just never known that. But I'm going to take that into my practice.
Yeah, there's a lipid barrier, like a pH barrier. You're supposed to not disrupt it too much.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, 4 points for that. BJ is saying stop the count, but you're on Team 2, buddy, and you're getting points.
BJ.
Cappy Fear does point out that their ass crack is so damn clean. And I do feel like that's that. Who would you say that goes to?
Their ass crack is so damn clean. Well, I think that has to be Team 1.
Right. Okay.
They really advertise that. Although, actually, I would say Team 2 agreed that your ass crack should be clean.
Yeah, everyone agreed clean ass cracks are good. So maybe 4 points to everyone. 20 points to everyone for that one. We want you guys to have clean butts. Okay.
All right. Are we ready to tally?
Yes.
Oh, wait. Let's bring out the final points.
Okay.
So that leaves us. Dun dun dun. Team 1.
Yes.
You have 111 points.
Okay.
Team 2. You have another number, 116 points. Ooh,
oh, goodness.
Close. It's close. Oh, but there is one final thing of this evening, and I can see Team 1 is already trying to suck up, and I appreciate that. I just want to note it.
I'm just ready. I've been looking forward to this all day.
So now it's time to enter the glitter box. So let's bring out Caitlin to see what's going on.
Wonderful. All right. So it sounds like Team 2 is ahead points-wise, correct?
Correct.
Team 2 is, yeah.
All right. So what we're going to need to do first is wager points. And no one needs to see what I do in my spare time. So we need to wager points. So the way that works is before you even know what the challenge is, you need to tell me how many points are going to be on the line. So I'm gonna throw it to my hosts to do that, to collect that.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay. So
Team 2, you're ahead. How many points do you want to wager?
We are going to wager.
Sungani and I are both trained economists. So, I think we're risk averse.
Natch. Okay.
All right. So what do you say? I will defer to you.
I'm actually risk-taking, and I'm going to do a true daily double. Let's put all the things on the board.
That would be 116 points, Becca.
All right, 116 points, daily double.
Okay, team 1.
0 points.
0 points.
This is the most
Wait, does he lose? Do they lose points if they don't do the challenge? Right?
Yes.
Or if they don't win, do they lose all the
0
points?
points.
Yeah, they
I
lose.
did not
They
know
lose
that.
all the points.
All right. Thanks.
You can amend it.
Sungani.
Since you didn't know that. Since you didn't know that, I feel like you can amend it if they got to know that.
Yeah.
We didn't know that.
I guess no, that's true.
Gamers, we decided to put it in. Let's go. At least
Ben
we
is
got
my
it.
attorney. Ben is my legal counsel.
Oh no, I need to put these back.
Well,
Yeah,
all
put
right.
your-
I will just say that this is the last time I let a man make a decision in my life.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because I will say if you had wagered no points, if both teams wagered no points, we would have a winner.
Thanks, PJ. Thanks. You're great. Love you, bud.
But if they would have
To be fair,
wagered
if they
no
had wagered
points,
no points, I would have wagered 10 points.
Right. Okay. So there's a thing, economic term for it, where they're team 2, you're wagering.
I'll stick with BJ. Already said it. I'm not going to try to,
Oh yeah. So you guys are set. Team 1.
0 points.
0 points.
You're sticking
Or
with
should we at least wager 1 point, Ben?
1 point.
We'll
Okay.
wager 1 point.
All right.
So we are locked in. Okay, so keep in mind that when I present options to you, Team 2 will be able to make the selection first in selecting the options. And so what I got for the glitter box tonight is I got so many contracts to look over for Nicotine Wolverine, but they're insisting that they're not allowed to sign these contracts with pens. Because it's hell. So the only thing they're allowed to sign contracts with legally down there is like flamin' hot spicy snacks, like cheese snacks. So we're gonna test out. We're gonna find out which one is the best for signing things for writing. Which flamin' hot cheesy snack is the best writing utensil?
Oh,
That's
cool.
what we're finding out tonight.
Gotcha.
So we've got 3 options. The first is Turbo's Flamas. Turbo's Flamas. I will let you see what it looks like as well. It looks like this. So you're going to want to keep in mind shape. You're going to want to keep in mind distribution of dust. Maybe the coloring of it. Keep all of that in mind. So that's the Flamas. And then we've got just your classic Cheetos Flamin' Hot Crunchy, though. These are crunchy. So these look like this. You've got they're sort of bulbous and it's all in red, very red. And then the final is Chester's Fries Flamin' Hot. So in the same family, but sort of a very different shape. And so I don't know, this one's a smoother shape than the rest. I don't know if that's going to factor into it, but the dust distribution seems to be relatively uniform. So those are the 3 options, and we're going to get to signing. So Team 2, you get to make your option first. You can see any of them up closer again.
Caitlin, I have a question. How
Yes.
hard are you going to be pressing on this? Is it going to be a uniform press or?
Yes,
That's a
yes.
valid
I'm going to be
question.
trying very hard to get a good signature out of this. Yeah.
Okay.
And Caitlin, do you know the answer to this? Like, have you done these 3 before? So you're finding this out for the first time along with us. Great.
Exactly. Yes,
Great.
I like to do that for the glitter pot.
Love it. Love it.
Okay. So
Fingers with the
I
dot.
would say the flames. What is the purple one?
Yes, the Turbos Flamas.
Yes,
Turbos.
yes. That would probably be the best utensil.
Yeah, and here's a good one. This is the one I'll select. I'll select the one
Yes.
that has the most powder on it from all of the bags.
Yes.
Um,
And
so
yeah. It looks sturdy. It looks hot, and I think you should be able to press hard and even along the page while
Hard
you sign that contract.
Hard and even is one of my slogans. That's how I like to do it. So here we go. We've locked in the Turbos Flamas and team 1. So
Could
which
you?
of the Chester's family, you want the fries or you want the
Well, it's
crunchy
interesting.
Flamin' Hots?
The reason I didn't choose the Flamas, right? Because I do agree that the Flamas have the most dust on them, but I feel like the Flamas has the least amount of contact surface with the paper because of the spiral nature. So I think a blunt instrument will spread the dust perhaps better.
And could I ask, Caitlin, could you pull out one of each, and
Yeah.
that would be the one you would use? I'd just like to see what we're
What we're
Okay,
working with.
ooh,
What
this
we're
is
working
the
with
one for the crunchy, the classic crunchy Flamin' Hot Cheetos. This is the one I'll select. It looks way darker in person. I
All right.
promise.
All right.
Yeah.
But this is the sturdiest. It's
Your
long,
fingers
but
are
it's
covered. Your fingertips are covered in cheese dust.
I know. I'm sorry. It's
No, it's the best.
Could we
gross.
choose your finger as a writing utensil?
No, you
No,
don't
okay.
get that. That's not a surprise fourth option.
Okay. Okay. Could we see the other, please?
Oh yeah, there's another one.
Just keep showing us that one.
Yeah.
Honestly, you
okay.
could put the other one back up, and I wouldn't know the difference. Like, I wouldn't.
Let me find the best one of this. It's gonna be this one because this one's kind of wide.
Because right
but-
now, Ben, I'm leaning towards 2,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I
we'll
am
still-
too.
Oh man.
Yeah, my problem with those ones, I think, is the structure. Like if I remember, like those kind of fries, they're very light and airy.
Okay.
So I think they would break with press. Like you can't press them very
Okay.
hard. I think
So let's do it.
I would go with number 2.
I will concur with my legal counsel.
The Cheetos.
that-
The Cheetos
that
Flaming
number
Hot.
2.
Okay. All right. So the way it's gonna work, I'm gonna which way? Yeah. You'll see it. You don't need me to explain. I made
No.
this handy thing. Okay.
We'll see it.
So first up,
And we
we've
appreciate
got-
all your work, Caitlin.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is not because I wanted snacks. This isn't because I wanted snacks. Okay.
Caitlin, just remember our slogan from this evening. The more you play with it, the harder it gets.
Yes, that's right. And what was the other one? Alicia, what was it? Firm and
Sitting on faces since 2011.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, there was that one. But then
2001. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
pressing like hard and uniform or something. Okay. We're gonna go.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
The hard and
I thought you
uniform.
meant from earlier, but yes, make sure you press hard and uniform across the page.
That's right. Okay, so I'm going to be signing as Nicotine Wolverine's representation. So I'll be signing my own name.
Okay.
That's how it'll work. Okay.
Nicotine Wolverine is a long.
I was really hoping to meet Nicotine Wolverine today,
You did already. This is
but I wanted to.
okay. I'm just letting everyone know. You can't really see, but the Turbos Flamas is breaking up immediately upon contact. It's just it's so brittle. I'm gonna grab another one just to be able to get through it. That will be taken into consideration.
So much tension.
I know. However, I should have gotten paper towels.
What have you done, BJ?
Got a natural paper towel.
So we've got one that on top. There is a signature. Absolutely, absolutely. So it's writing on if this one does not work at all, then it's going to team 2. But
It just
here we go.
explodes. The
Oh, this one is staying intact, staying very intact.
That's not what I want to hear, Caitlin.
Glitter, glory, glitter, glory, glitter, glory.
You know, this one's getting some good. I gotta give it. It's team one because look at that signature. It's like it didn't break at all, and you got some like that could be with a crayon. That could be a crayon.
Well, as a viewer, they do look remarkably similar.
Yes,
they do. I know it's a little difficult to tell, but I think look at that though. When you really get down to that,
tilt it forward, we can see it better.
Yeah.
And
then,
oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's more uniform.
Yeah.
I will say
uniform.
Handwriting looks a bit better in the second one
because it didn't break. It didn't break upon contact. So,
okay.
So yeah, unfortunately, weirdly, I'm looking forward to eating the Turbos Flamas more. I think they look more appetizing, but unfortunately, Team 2, we got to give it the glitter box to Team 1. Team 1, our producers of the show, thank you so much for participating, everyone. This was amazing. My fingers are disgusting.
Thank you, everyone. No, that means based on the score and the betting, that would put Team 1 as our winners. Do you have Team 1, would you like to make a speech? Anything you would like to say?
Follow and subscribe to 2MB Studios, everybody in the chat, right? We're close to 1,000 followers, which would be really dope. So tell your friends, tell everybody. We've got over 20 shows on this channel. This was such an amazing time. Thank you so much for having us on this show. It was fun to play as contestants and also as producers. We're super proud of the show and the work that you do. And that goes for whatever it takes as well. So super happy to be here. Matt, anything else?
Yes, I would like to add, I'd like to thank God. I'd like to thank our competitors, BJ and Alicia. You put up one hell of a fight. But in the end, in the end, I have no power. It's all Lissa. Thank you so much, Lissa, for covering on tech tonight. That's never happened to me because I'm usually the one doing it. But no, everything Ben said, you're all just wonderful people, and this is one of the joys. Oh, Ben did that probably. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot Ben could do it too. You all are just wonderful people, and I love being able to hang out with you all during the week. So,
this is the most sincere victory speech we've ever had.
Yeah.
Team 2, anything? Do you want to add anything spiteful? Any words of threat to in light of the loss?
I will say I'm not a sore loser. The win goes to Ben and Matt. Congratulations. However, we did do better throughout the game.
Here's the bet. I'm not a sore loser, but
as long as we all have clean asses, that's the only.
As long as everybody has a clean ass.
It's because mentally I'm the winner.
Yeah.
Yes. I wanted to also show you my Cheeto, but he's not cooperating. So.
Everyone at home should know there's a cat back there. BJ, anything to? Oh, hello.
Okay, but Colleen, the cat doesn't matter. Come on.
Right, of course, it doesn't matter. BJ, any salty words before we go?
You know what I'd like to say? We had a lot of fun here tonight. Matt and Ben, you were great performers. I want to apologize to Alicia because we would have won if I wasn't so ambitious. But sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. Hey, that's life.
You
Chopper bopper.
Aim small, miss small. I think that's a thing. Thank you.
Miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly, 100% exactly. Thank you, 2MB, and the creators of 2MB, plus Rachel for hosting us. Thank you also to Lissa, our amazing tech you saw tonight, who did not remove Matt from the screen. Also, check out partner 3-week courses. Quarantine sucks. 3-week courses offers fun live courses that are a great way to meet new people and share your interests. Check them out at 3weeks.courses, kind of like Sunglass Hut. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out in the chat. This show is honestly the most fun we have all week and all quarantine. And it's thanks to you guys that it feels like a party. Becca.
Thank you all so much for joining us for Glitty Litter, the show where your shit shines and the cats do not matter. So sorry, Cheeto. We are Glitter and Friends. We will next see you Sunday, April 4th for more glitz, glamour, and glitter glory. Thank you. Bye.